We're going live. We're live. Hey, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello, testing.
You had one job.
I'm sorry, we fired Flu
One
Guy. We fired Flu Guy
job.
again. I don't know if it's on. Is this on? Oh, I think we're going. We're good. We're golden. Good evening, everybody. As Dagger gets angry with me again.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
And I'm... Wait, what?
Yeah, somebody told me that Kyle had the best beard on the show, so clearly I'm Kyle.
Ouch. Oh, yeah, so... We're doing a new thing with this one thing, so you can see the things. So
yeah, but I wasn't getting.
Then go
I wasn't given full. What do you call it?
Go to the bathroom. Close the door.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, guys! Yay! I'm doing Sith Raid. My face is supposed to be on the screen.
It's the little things that matter, right, Dagger?
Apparently. At least that's what your wife told me.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I'm pretty sure, let me check my calendar real quick. Yep, it's definitely Monday, not Wednesday.
It's always Wednesday in the DPK household, and you know it.
So, we actually have quite a bit to talk about, but not a lot to talk about at the same time this week.
That's true.
Like, there's not a lot that happened, but there's a lot that happened in the same sense. Malak's broken again. Yay!
Malak broke the game. Well done, CG.
You had one job, CG. One job.
Yep.
So
one a bleeping job.
Yes, just one job, and they didn't they fumbled it. Worst running back in the league. I mean, what?
Wow, that's harsh. I don't even know who has the worst running back in the league right now. It's probably some really bad team.
Probably the Cleveland Browns.
Nah, Chubb's good.
Oh, they got Chubbs.
Well, they've had Chubb, but all right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's a gross P3 run. That was bad.
Rip.
All right. I suppose because it's 27 minutes to fleet payout, and I missed my squad payout, I should probably do at least fleet payout. Yeah, I was not like, I guess I wasn't aware that we were going live when we were. Well, actually, he said going live. I'm like, no, wait, and he still pressed the damn button. So, why don't you talk about the Malak event and what happened for those people who are living under a rock?
Sweetie, not right now. No, you gotta go lay down, sweetheart. No. Okay, I'll give you a hug. Mwah. Now go lay down. Go lay down. Love you. So, Malak's broken again. Big surprise. They had one job and they didn't do it. So apparently, not the people that exploited it last time, but the people that were able to unlock Malak last time were able to go ahead and get in there and get 150 shards again.
Yeah.
What the hell, CG? I have a little bit of like computer programming background, but it doesn't seem like this should be an issue. It shouldn't have been broken 2 weeks ago.
You'd think so.
Okay.
I feel like you're giving them an awful lot of credit.
A little, yeah. So.
Look at you giving CG credit.
I'm an optimist. But no, it really shouldn't have been.
That's bullshit. I have had to talk you off the ledge how many times, but you're the optimist? Get out of here.
It was just once.
It was at least twice.
No. How many times does Free Guy talk you off the edge?
Once. But that was like off an actual edge, not like off a quitting sport edge.
But so with the Malak event broken again, they took him out of the store again. So I literally have get one currency that I cannot use because there's no Malak there. So I cannot get my 7-star Malak.
I made it.
Oh, look who's here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did I make it?
You're great.
Did I make it? I think I made it. Did I break it?
I think you definitely broke it.
All right.
Yeah, you're not showing up on camera. But so they dropped the event again. And the reason they took down the event and took him out of the store again is that
God damn it, Fruit Guy.
Fruit Guy, this is all your fault. Like I was saying, the people that when Malak came back 2 weeks ago, not the people that exploited it, which, by the way, thank you, CG, for my 500 crystals. My 5,000 get one, and something else. But the people that were basically unlocking him the third time around were able to, they were able to get their shards right before they took the event down the first time. And then this last week, when they put the event back up, they were able to get duplicate shards. Just the people that had unlocked him the week prior. So it was giving duplicate shards again. They took the event down. They took them out of the store. Here's an idea, CG. Stop making events go live on the weekend. Start it on a Thursday. So that way you have 24 hours in the office to figure shit out. Because we know you're cheapskates. You don't want to pay people overtime to work on the weekends. Let's think this through. Stop putting events on the weekend. Simple fix. Really simple fix. What do you think, Dagger? Dagger? What? Anyways. So, yeah. Yay for, Malak breaking the game again. There's 2 screens, but there's no Dagger. I think Dagger broke it. I'm going to blame Dagger.
I blame my cat. My cat, in its infinite wisdom, decided to knock my phone down.
That's awesome.
Yep. The came over, knocked it on the floor, and then when I was picking my phone up, I turned off the Wi-Fi thing apparently, and then I had to log back. It's been. See, this is what happens when
we fire for you.
Fruit Guy goes on strike. Well, no, he went on strike tonight.
Oh, it was strike this time. Damn it.
Yep. Apparently, we're not paying him enough.
Wait, we're paying him?
Yeah, I didn't know we were either. Apparently, he said his paycheck was too low. I told him to stop checking his couch for change.
I dropped at least a silver dollar down there the other day. But yeah.
Yeah, I heard some of what you were talking about the Malak event. But yeah, congrats, CG. Fucked it up twice. It's an event, and then you fired it at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I think it was my time in the afternoon, so you can keep an eye on it and get it fixed.
And it's
And
broken
you
again.
broke it again.
So here, like I said, let's stop scheduling it on a Friday. Let's schedule it on Wednesday. Let's schedule it on a Thursday. That way you have 24 hours in the office. If shit goes sideways...
Didn't it actually start like third?
No, it's...
My internet's being stupid.
Wait. Did it start? No, I thought it started Friday. And he's frozen. But, yeah, it's... I don't know what they need to do. I mean, I guess there was a couple people that had originally asked off the weekend or a day off from work so they could play the Malak event. So not only... No, I'm not one of those people. You know, I already have Malak. Welcome back. But I know people that literally scheduled a day off of work so they could play the Malak event. Because the light side's a pain in the dick. And they did that after they announced it was coming back the following week. And they did the same thing. Now, one, if you have to request a day off from work to play a video game, we're not 13 years old anymore. I'm not giving you guys crap. You might want to reassess your priorities. Money talks, bullshit walks. So I would never schedule a day off to play Swugger. I'd rather pull a slightly longer day. At, or longer night than completely take off of work. Maybe that's just me. Very possible that's just me. Apparently, it's problematic for Dagger's internet. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's been a fun weekend. You know, I'm just getting, you know, worked all weekend. Hey, Anger. We're last week we got the you know, there's we did get the events calendar today for Swaga, so there's that. That's cool. There was no Malak return, so but yeah, the Dev Q&A is coming up. You can submit your questions, I think, tomorrow. Oh yeah, the inquiries go live 11/1 between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. East Pacific time. Let's see. So taking a quick here, I'll post the link for the the calendar in the chat. What really stands out for me is, so they're moving the preview phase start for Grand Arena to 11/7, so that's next week Thursday. So we might be doing a little shifting of GA streams and this stream a little bit next week, possibly. We'll know for sure when GAC goes live. And yes, that is what they do. They cherry pick the questions to answer. What really stands out to me is something with the territory battles. Imperial Retaliation, Separatist Might goes live on 11/5. So, you got your Dark Side GOTV and your Dark Side, Light Side, Hoth TV. And then Rebel Assault goes live on 11/18, but that's it. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark.
Yay!
Hey, there he is.
Lightside TV.
Yeah,
nailed it.
I'm going to say that's going to be the place where we're going to see Lightside GOTV come into play, is the 25th. Chug, mofo, chug.
That's hard liquor. I'll sip.
But yeah, we.
No,
Dan's
I had to
actually a
restart the
little
internet.
upset
What's up?
because there's no galactic bounties listed for next month.
No, I just don't want to buy Ahsoka. I don't want to buy my last 16 shards of Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum from the Fleet store.
That's not. Well, so
it's not a real problem. It's not a real problem.
It is. Oh, you made it seem like it's a real problem.
It said okay. When I looked at the events page, it said coming soon. So I was like, oh, we're gonna get this soon.
Yay!
That was like a week ago.
But
no, I had to restart my hotspot because my internet is shit. Hopefully this is good.
But yeah, it's what did you do this weekend, Dagger? In and out of Swugga.
In Swugga, not as much as my guild wanted me to do, and I'll just leave it at that. Out of Swugga, I went to a concert last night. Yeah, today's Monday. My days run together. I'm old, okay? And I know I'm old because I left halfway through the main act because I got a headache because it was too loud. Because I'm a giant pussy, and I get
it. My ears hurt.
Apparently, that didn't solve my connection issue. All right.
Apparently, it's going to be problematic for your internet tonight.
I blame Fru Guy.
He went to see a Data Remember, Beartooth, and I Prevail. I think it was, right?
Yep. Yeah. I mainly went for I Prevail. They're the guys who do Pop Goes Punk.
Yeah.
But Beartooth was okay. They're a little more metal than I like. But no, they were good. And then I left halfway through a Day to Remember because my ears were ringing and I had a pretty bad headache from it being loud. Yeah, I forgot how much concerts, like how loud they were, how many people were there.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yep. Which is weird because I worked security at Country Fest for like 7 years, but I was never like in the bullpens or whatever for the concerts, I was just kind of hanging out, kicking out people that were drunker than me.
Yeah.
No, seriously, one of the managers one year said, just remove people that are drunker than you are. That was like that was our instructions. It is Wisconsin, so what are you gonna? Yeah, apparently my thing doesn't work on Zoom, so I'm gonna hop off here and we can move over to Discord in a little bit if you want.
Yeah. So, actually, we'll do that now. We'll switch over to Discord now, since you're frozen. So bear with me for a second, guys. We'll put this up. So, actually, we will do this. No, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, apparently, what the? Huh, they have a bug fix. It's more than they've done all weekend. So, and we've got the Dagger back.
Hopefully.
Wait.
Hopefully. Sorry about that, guys. We'll probably have Fruit Guy joining us later, and we can yell at him then.
This just in. Today's server update contains a bug fix for, wait for it, a recent audio issue. Really, CG? Really? That's what's important. Audio degradation issues. Fan-frickin-tastic. So.
Oh, yeah, they fixed audio, but they can't fix the fucking buttons you got going away.
Yeah.
Or the fucking Malak event. But they can release Lightside TB, the Malevolence, and a calendar with those events functioning just fucking fine. And the Vulture Droid is going to be free to play this week. But no!
It technically should have been free to play last week.
Yeah, who gives a shit about their cadence? Yeah, they said that they were ignoring cadences like a year ago. That's why Warrior gets his panties in a wad over, like, Credit Heist hasn't been around for a month. It's like, well, they literally said, I shouldn't say literally, they said about a year ago that because they added more resource events, they were going to take the Credit Heist and the droid smuggling off of cadence. They said that.
Yeah.
So there's no more cadence left in the game, which also includes, I guess, marquees. So, whatever. Since they made that announcement, we've had like 4 marquees anyways. We've had B1, Droideka? Yeah, Droideka, Shock T, and Vulture Droid. We've had 4 marquees since then. That's a small sample size.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Anyway, sorry about that. It's just irritating every time I see update. But you didn't fix the problem.
And
right, that's like saying I broke my knee. Well, here's some nasal spray so you don't have to, or whatever, so you can stop sneezing. Yeah, but my knee was the problem. Oh, it's fine. Your allergies will be fine. But it's my knee, right?
Yeah.
They're not fixing the problem. Sorry, I got pissed off when you just showed me that. Seriously.
Yeah, no, so that's why I brought it up, is because let's be real. You want to fix a fucking audio issue? Most of the people I know don't even have audio on the game. What is the point?
You know, it'd be cool if my buttons didn't go away.
You know what would be cool is if I could 7-star my fucking Malak. But I can't because they haven't put them back in the fucking stores yet.
Yep. God, this is annoying. Here's our calendar. We're releasing Right Side TV and all the bugs that go with it. And I'm not talking about Geonosians.
Like, get...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And on top of that, this is after they pulled a couple things from Dark Side TV because there was something wrong with the AI Kiadi Mundi where he just wouldn't die if he used his AoE or whatever.
Yep.
Right? They had... And now we have like a Captain Han Solo thing where they pulled another character from TB.
Yeah, this time it's looking like it's going to be Dooku. Big fucking surprise.
Yeah.
So
they're looking to pull Dooku from TB because he creates scenarios that lead to the buttons disappearing.
Relic your Asajj so you can beat the fucking CM in the middle. This...
What the hell is wrong with you, CG?
Like, I was gonna try to be more optimistic and be a little more lenient today, but you know what? That just pisses me off. Like,
oh, and here's the thing. I'm not pissed off just to be pissed off. It irritates me when you're like, hey guys, we fixed this thing. We fixed audio. And we think that you care about it enough for us to tell you that we fixed it.
Yeah. So, if you're in the chat, please raise your hand. Give me an I do. Who gives a shit about...
Raise your hand if you actually have audio on during this game at any time.
Yes. Raise your hand, please. I will wait.
All right. Goose Fraba. Let's calm down. I kind of exploded there. I'm a little... Sorry.
Okay, you are definitely in the minority with the sound on. I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, but right now, let's play boss or bitch right now. Is CG a boss or are they a bitch? They are 100% being a bitch right now. No, so
does it be? I have some really fucked up comments to make about that. How they're not even like bitch status. But we won't go there. Well, we're gonna move on because all I'm gonna do is bitch.
So,
but the Vulture Droid's gonna be free to play this week. Well, completely free to play. I guess technically CG counts it as air quotes farmable when they put it in shipments. Because that's what they said on Shock T. Someone asked when they're going to make Shock T free to play. And they said, well, she's already free to play. For crystals. in shipments.
All right. So I'm going to do a quick soundbite. And we're going to...
Hey, everyone.
Oops. It went too soon. We're going to go over,
story of your life.
Review our GAC. So here's something from Urza.
Hey everyone, it is the heartthrob of the Outer Rim, and I'm here to welcome you to the greatest Grand Arena Championship entertainer on YouTube, baby. Prepare your roster. Will you be ice cold or will you be hot? Red hot.
So, how is everybody's GAC going? Dagger's said last night he had Kyber basically locked in.
Yeah, I have to clear 2 territories to make Kyber.
Yeah, so congratulations, Dagger. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Especially...
Try not to break your desk.
Lady pool.
You what in the what with the what now?
She said don't try not to break your desk.
Oh.
I can hear him banging on it out here over.
Well, you literally just
wampa 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 wampa.
Yeah, no, I didn't miss the rant. I heard the rant.
Oh.
I'm
Wampa.
just, saying.
Wampa, 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 wampa. Wampa.
Can't hear you. I have
Wampa.
wireless headset. Remember, they can't hear you.
Wampa!
Every time Dagger says Wampa, my youngest goes Wampa, 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 and starts jumping around like a little jumping bean. It's kind of funny.
There's kids like when you
They
yell
try
Wampa.
to like tiptoe to you, and it's kind of hilarious.
Hi,
She
baby.
she started jumping around going Wampa Wampa
Oh,
and
you
started
little
beating up
shit.
mommy. It was great.
Anger, yes. That.
Look at this.
Yeah, no, don't pull on it. CG is technically the upper echelon of mobile games.
Big move.
In all fairness, CG is
I think clutters.
to set the
I think clutters.
to set the bar incredibly
I
low.
think clutters.
They are the best company. They are one of the
Yes.
best companies with a 4+ year mobile game going.
Yeah. Little piglet. Jesus.
Why you drink it?
I'm not drinking anything anymore.
Don't get me wrong, CG was a good company. They may still be,
Ice.
Yes, sweetheart. Now go lay
but the
down.
lack of communication on their end and the escalating toxicity on our end is definitely kind of tearing the Swugga community apart.
Mute your mic, DPK.
So, yeah, that's... Why am I muting my mic?
Children, lady pool.
I'm sorry, you're not in this state for me to take care of you either, because, just saying.
I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So one of the things too is we'll be talking about this in a little bit. I've been playing Dragon Champions, and the devs seem pretty open, willing to communicate. Unlike CG for like the last at least year. Marvel Strike Force releases a blog every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or so, where they address. Well, yeah, it's fine, Anger. Where they address all the things happening in the game. They have a dev tracker, and they have this really awesome thing. It's called a battle log. Right? They fixed their game. Right? There are other companies, and while CG may be like one of the best, Swugga might be one of the like pinnacle mobile games. CG has gone, if they ever were a top-notch company, have gone severely downhill. And I've watched mobile games where they started off really rocky. Marvel Strike Force is a prime example. Their first 6 months, I didn't think they'd make it a year. And then they hired a community manager and turned the whole thing around.
Yeah.
In like 3 months. I mean, obviously every game has its issues, but they put in a battle log to stop the cheaters. They put in complex, puzzle-like PvE modes, right? Because contrary to popular belief, there is no PvP in Swugga. There's literally fucking zero PvP. I don't get to fight you, and you don't get to fight me. The best I can do is fight against what you put on defense in GA or TW. But that's more of a puzzle than PvP. Because I'm not better than you because my JTR beats the shit out of your Bosk. Right? That doesn't make me better than you. Just like a leaderboard doesn't make you better than me at GA.
It means you got... So, the whole thing with the leaderboards, it really...
That's a different rant for a different time.
Well, I want to say this. It literally
Fine.
depends on how lucky you get with your opponents. Let's be honest.
I mean, we've had enough negativity. I want to go into some positivity.
So,
right?
That's...
Because this is something you don't hear from me a lot because people who talk to me just assume that I like PvP over PvE. But when I say PvP in this game, I mean competition with other people.
Yes.
We're talking about territory wars, grand arena, raids. Raids in my mind count as PvP because you're competing directly against your guildmates.
Yeah.
Right? That's player versus player. We don't actually get to do live PvP or any actual, like, like PvP environment like League of Legends or like Dota or whatever, right? But I like the PvP. There's only the only real PvE aspects of this game are like TB and Assault Battle, and like Grand Arena. I like PvP. I like puzzles. I like raids. I like events, but not stupid events like Chewbacca, right? I don't like you to just take an event and just make it stupid and just make it hard for hard's sake. Like, I like raids. I like the puzzle. I like checks. I like Chex Mix in P3. I like the hodgepodge, like RoloCop. If you guys have been around long enough to remember RoloCop.
I remember.
Yeah, there's not RoboCop, RoloCop.
She doesn't know Rolo.
But it was it was a heroic Sith team. The Akbar Slingshot team.
Oh God.
The Sabine Princess Leia team. We go back to like Hat Raid, and you had like Princess Zodi. Right? There's all these really cool teams that you had to build at the inception of these raids to get to get big damage in order to progress, or to use parts of your roster that you needed to use in order to pass the raid, or get better scores in the raid, or save certain teams for certain phases because mechanically they work better in those phases. Like Night Sisters with Asajj lead versus Nihilus in P4. So I love that aspect of the game, the part where you come together with your guild and you do something. Or when you get to solve a puzzle that is your opponent's GA defense. I don't like insanely hard content that you have to do by yourself for nobody else but yourself, so you don't get kicked from your guild. Right? Like, you're making something mandatory. And to kind of tie this together, Marvel Strike Force has a thing called Dark Dimension, which is absurdly difficult. It's basically GOT. And you guys can, like, say, oh, blah, 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 blah. My guild doesn't give a shit if I do it.
Yeah.
That's on me. Either I earn the rewards from that to help myself get better, or I don't. It doesn't affect my guild if I don't have Ultron. I mean, it affects them in War. But it affects them in one mode. And when I polled my ex-alliance in Marvel Strike Force about TB, and I explained to them what it was, like platoons.
They
waves,
said it was a terrible fucking game mode.
19 out of 24 responded, and all 19 of them responded with they quit Marvel Strike Force if they put TB in Marvel Strike Force. Right? This is not me. Right? This is people not liking this style of game mode. This style of game mode is very 2015. Right? We have evolved as a mobile game community, or as a gaming community, to not need these things to motivate us. You don't need TB to motivate me to do something for the guild. I get my 600. But again, this is where it's all circling back to GA. Why I love GA so much, because there's the puzzle. I was just trying to make a point of like, GA is still PvE content, and like you can disagree, but there's no PvP in this game. There isn't. All PvE. That's why you win on offense against teams that are better than you.
Yeah.
I love the puzzle. Even though I know DPK talked about this before, it's the same. I use the same teams to beat the same teams. It just gets boring.
It does.
Well, it does if you just look at it like that. Like, what happens if you look at your opponent's roster and you tweak your defense every time based on what they have? You try and bait them. You put some strategy in. Like, I understand that, like, there's only so much you can do, but there are so many little things you can do to maximize your GAC experience. When to undersize, how to undersize, how to get maximum banners. Do you farm Holdo to get extra banners plus stun gun? Like, there's a lot of really cool things that you can work on for GAC. Right? I probably wouldn't have geared Holdo if GAC didn't exist. There's a lot of characters like that for me, at least. I wouldn't have some of the teams I have if GAC didn't exist, and I wasn't required to have 16. But I've ranted about that a lot. At least everybody going into Division 2 now knows that they need 16. Sorry, Kyle. I ranted for a while, but you can go ahead.
You're fine. Yeah, no, it's... It does. It gets monotonous, you know. You're not really, you know, because there's so many hard counters to everything now. All you need to do is save these set teams, and you've cleared. Now the only thing that really matters is making sure your speeds on your team are correct, which is, a year ago I would probably not have said this, but I'm enjoying modding. Like, we spent, what was it, like 2 hours on stream modding the Padme team.
That was actually a lot of fun. It's probably boring as shit for you guys to watch.
I know you guys probably don't enjoy watching someone move mods. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed sitting here talking with Dagger on how to mod the team for what I need it to do is fun. Modding, I wish more people spent just the little amount of time it takes to actually mod characters. They'd have probably a better experience in the game.
Forgive me if I trample on you, DPK, but my internet still sucks. So sometimes you cut in and out, so I'm not sure if you're talking. But I do enjoy the actual process of modding my tunes. Farming and rolling and slicing suck.
Yeah.
They blow. It sucks. It's the worst part of mods, and it's not close. I actually love, like DBK was saying, I love tinkering with my mods. Right. I love trying to decide if C-3PO wants like 3% potency or 1. Those are the kind of things, like, I mean, that one's an easy one, but you know what I mean. There are times when you're deciding between X or Y, and it's a legitimate decision, and granted, maybe I have the depth to actually do this, and maybe not everybody does, and I get that. But I really enjoy the process of sitting down and modding your teams correctly.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think he's distracted.
Who?
Kyle.
I'm not distracted.
Mr. Wife Beater? I call him that because he's wearing a wife beater, not because he beats his wife.
Yeah, I fight back, so meh.
Wow. That explains all the bruises.
No, I'm just that much of a klutz.
Well, I was talking about DPK.
Like, legit. Oh, he's a mechanic. You're always getting bruises and scrapes and cuts and figuring out where the hell that burn mark came from, and yeah.
Well, I know the one he was talking about last night came from your hair curler, straightening iron. You hit him with it.
Totally.
Well, that's bullshit. My straightener is still packed up somewhere.
Yeah, but that's not funny.
Guys,
the official trailer for The Mandalorian's out.
If you're in the chat, give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't. We plan on putting out, we do our GA streams here. We do our weekly episode of whatever you want to call this, and we plan on actually putting out more content, maybe eventually do more like impromptu streams where we do like we did with the Padme squad, and we just remod.
Yeah.
Wait, there was an official trailer. Give me the official links to the trailer for The Mandalorian.
No.
I was gonna put it on the stream.
Implying you can't do it yourself, you lazy fuck.
Wow.
Anyways. Man. Face down with another guy beating your ass. Is it Wednesday already?
What? Alright, so we're gonna go here. Alright.
I'd love to put out more content. But I don't want to edit.
Yeah, nobody wants. That's why I said streams, not content. Don't worry.
Are you gonna roll the video?
Yeah. Because I didn't actually know this was out.
I think it just came out. It's really short.
Okay. So it's 1 minute and 44. Whoa.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it
it
might have
literally
already been
did
out,
just come
but-
out.
I don't know. I think this was like spoiled a while ago.
Since the revolution. It is a shame that your people suffered.
You just kicked that Trandoshan's ass.
But bounty hunting is a complicated profession. They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the parsec. Would you agree? Mandalorian, look outside. They are waiting for you.
Yeah? Good.
I don't know. Was that the... I don't think that was the thing they showed during the football game.
They showed a shorter version of this, I believe, in an earlier thing, like at a con. They showed like a 20-second version of this. I remember the IG unit, but I think this one was just a lot longer. I could be wrong. It was published by Star Wars like an hour ago, I think. Well, today, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
came
look
out
at the
today. It
time.
didn't give us a time. But...
That's what it was. Snips of this from behind doors at Celebration. Yeah. I'm pumped. I love Mandalorians. I love this kind of stuff. I do. The bounty hunter stuff is great. I love the bounty hunters in Swugga. The contract mechanic is great.
Yeah.
Too bad there's only 7 good bounty hunters.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, yeah. 7 good bounty hunters as IG-88 goes on a droid nuke team. Zam and Aura are better used at Gear 1 Level 1.
Yeah, so if you were curious to who I'm not including, it is Aura Singh, Aura Singh, Cad Bane, and IG-88, and Cad Bane kinda, but he's a pop. But Greedo's garbage, and IG-88's a droid, and Aura horrendous. But
Yeah.
dude, I have no idea what's going on with my audio. My audio is just it's so shit.
So yeah, we're definitely hyped for The Mandalorian. We're hyped for episode 9. That was an awesome final trailer
So-
they released last week. That was... They
So
got my...
after reflection, I was really pumped for the trailer when it came out. And I'm not saying that I've like soured or anything, but I've kind of like started like processing the trailer and what episode 9 means. And I don't know if Kyle was there, but I was chatting on my server with a couple of people about, can you be excited for something you're cautiously optimistic for?
Absolutely.
No,
Yes.
I know. I'm just saying, like, in my head, at least to me, I
What?
struggle.
Medipool, mute your mic. You can hear the music through your headphones.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I kind of struggle to get myself super hyped for something that I'm cautiously optimistic for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for Star Wars, don't get me wrong. But for episode 9 itself, I really want it to be good. Like, for example, I'm way more psyched for The Mandalorian and the Obi-Wan TV show. Pedro Pascal's fucking awesome. For anybody who watched Game of Thrones, he's the Viper. He's playing the man. He's fantastic. Love him. Also, Diego Luna, Cassian, getting a show. Maybe, and to kind of talk about Disney Plus a little more, this might be the first successful Olsen show with the Scarlet Witch TV show.
Yeah.
For those of you who didn't know, it's Mary-Kate and Ashley's little sister, Elizabeth Olsen.
One that hasn't completely gone off the deep end yet.
Tom Hiddleston is going to have a show for Loki. Disney Plus looks great. I'm glad that they'll be putting all the Star Wars stuff on there immediately. Well, maybe not the Mandalorian and stuff like that. I don't know, but they'll be putting on like all the movies that are already out and all the TV shows that are already out, and I'm gonna be excited for that. It'll be nice to have a place that's one-stop shop for all my Star Wars watching needs, and not just for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rebels is my favorite Star Wars content. I mean, I'm not a big animated thing guy. I don't want to call it anime because, like, it's... Anyways. Clone Wars was cool. Hey, Turkey, how's it going? Clone Wars
Did you
was
just
cool.
say hi to a turkey?
Hey, chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
chicken.
Me and Dagger sometimes call him turkey.
November 12th, I believe.
November 12th is the
And-
Mandalorian stream. Or it says... Yeah, no, the whole thing goes live the 12th.
Yeah, I'm
5 days before my kid's birthday, and I plan on having it.
All right. Jive, got him. Are you calling yourself a jive turkey?
You know, I should probably put the stream on my YouTube and actually like look at it now. So I totally have not been doing that.
Yeah.
Fail.
So if you can block out the background noise, Lady Pool, you can talk about your pandas.
I totally cannot thoroughly block out the background noise because one of my children is not asleep yet.
All right, well, rip you. All right.
You're gonna get... She's the reason I got copyright striked the other day.
Technically, I could by going into that room since my headset is wireless, and it's just on the other side of the wall, so it'd be fine.
Well, we'll talk about Marvel Strike Force while you do your thing. What did you get a copyright strike for, Kyle?
I don't remember. I don't know if it was a GAC stream or last month, one day's stream. I opened the door.
It was the GAC stream.
I opened the door to go into the living room. I had my mic open, and apparently my deaf kids had it so freaking high that my mic picked up the music, and I got so I shouldn't say copyright striked. I got demonetized, and they were like, it was a copyright warning, I believe they called it.
You know, your kids might be less deaf if you screamed at them less.
I can neither
Don't kill me.
confirm
Bring
nor
that
deny
up
that.
with a. I was gonna say, try bringing that up with a bipolar woman with extreme anxiety. Yeah, let's do this.
But yeah, that was fun. I got an email. I got an email. They're like, oh, by the way, we've demonetized. At this point, we can't monetize anyways. It's not a big deal. It wasn't. The video didn't get taken down, but I thought it was rather funny.
Man. So, what show are you most excited for on Disney Plus? What excites you most about Disney Plus? Maybe not yourself, but for the people around you.
I'm actually really excited to actually.
Are you talking to him or me?
Well, right now, Kyle, because you have a Chirrut with you.
I'm actually really excited.
I assumed when you said you had a Chirrut that you were busy.
Yeah,
So
she does.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be able to have Rebels in one place where I can just sit down and me and the kids can watch it.
Yep.
Because I still haven't fully watched all of Rebels. I've watched quite a bit of it. I just haven't been able to get trying to find it online is hard because I have to go through different sites.
I can link you. There's a place where you can watch it in HD for free.
So I'm definitely excited to be able to sit down and actually watch Rebels. All the Star Wars shows look awesome, actually. I really can't. Can't say
I'm
that
actually
I'm
excited
not looking forward to any of the shows really.
I'm actually pretty excited for some of the Marvel stuff going on there.
That too.
Because I have young ladies.
Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, the Marvel Loki and what was it? The
Miss
Witch.
Marvel. I think they said Miss Marvel's getting her own TV show.
Well, I know it was the Witch and something else, which is Scarlet Witch and I think
they're going to explore the relationship with Vision. Maybe I don't know. I wasn't clear on what that was going to be. I know.
Chicken.
They might actually explore some stuff with her brother because her brother's Quicksilver. I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe brother. Anyways,
yeah, no, they're brother and sister.
Yeah, I think they'll explore some of that. Maybe they'll explore some of that stuff. But I'm kind of excited for a lot of the Marvel stuff too. If I'm being honest.
I am too.
I mean, I don't see myself needing Netflix or anything after Disney Plus comes out. All right, well,
I will need Netflix for shows like Lucifer and stuff like that Netflix has picked up. Like the Netflix original shows that I'm obsessed with, I'll need Netflix for that. But other than that, no. Because I'm mostly excited for having the Rebels and the Mandalorian and all the Marvel movies in one place.
Yes. Yeah, that's basically what I'm excited for. I'm excited to have all the crap in one place, and I really hope that they, in some way or another, pick up the Defender.
I hope to God they do.
Yeah,
I'm also excited to have all the Disney Junior options now, because my kids are obsessed with Disney Junior, and I'm really tired of watching Octonauts and Sophia the First over and over and over again because that's all there is on Netflix. So, more options, please.
Yes. No, I definitely feel you on that one. Yeah. So since we're talking about Marvel, I've transitioned my money over to Marvel Strike Force because A, they give you more for your actual money, and B, Fox Next doesn't suck like CG does. They actually talk to you. They actually tell you what's going on.
Speaking
anyway,
of that,
What?
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to talk about what I was doing in Strike Force.
Well, your little thing there of how they speak to you and stuff, the same goes for Dragon Champions.
We're not there yet.
Yes.
They talk to you with that too,
We're not
because
there yet. We're not there yet.
I know. But yeah, I'll wait. Since Kyle's trying to shut me up, I will hurt you.
Look, imagine that. A man trying to silence a woman.
Wow.
Hence my "I will hurt you" comment.
What do you think this is, 1950?
I mean,
Or the South? Wait, you live in Florida. Never mind, that checks out. I apologize to anyone I apologize to anyone watching this who lives in the South. I am not implying that you are all women abusers. Just most of you.
Oh,
I was
dear
gonna
God.
say,
Just most of you. Oh, wow.
Chicken, yeah. I would say you could watch Rebels with a 3-year-old. There's nothing bad in it. I want to say
Yeah.
PG, or I think it's rated G. I don't know.
Yeah, it's either G or PG. Like, we watched it when it was on Netflix with our kids, and they liked it, so.
That was Clone Wars, not Rebels.
Yeah.
Okay, Clone Wars, whatever. I thought it was Rebels. I thought Rebels was on there.
No.
Oh, no, wait, no. I watch Rebels at Mom's
Anyways.
house because she has the Disney. And yeah, anyway, continue. Yes, it's good for 3-year-olds. Or safe.
Marvel Strike
Well, to
Force
kind of touch on that, it gets pretty dark in Season 3. End of
does.
Season 2 through, like, the middle of Season 3. But...
Yeah, it does get a little bit dark.
Yeah. But anyways, I've been enjoying Marvel Strike Force. They have their Halloween stuff coming out. Because, Swugga doesn't do holiday stuff. So that's unfortunate. Right? There's no Halloween thing that they're doing. No double drops on Night Sisters, right? Like, why would they do something like that? Right? No, here, everybody, here, have 5 shards of every Night Sister because no one cares. Right? I really like the fact that they have, like, holiday events. So they have it's called Highway to Halloween, where you can unlock Ghost Rider through, like, the milestones. They brought in, like, Elsa Bloodstone, who I didn't know who it was.
I didn't either, actually. That it's Van Helsing's daughter.
Yeah, it's a Lady Van Helsing. I've really enjoyed what they've been doing there. Lots of milestone characters that they switch up. They release new characters through milestone achievements. They have their version of Marquise. And of course, the thing I want in Swugga, Blitz. Please. Blitz. In Swugga. Please. It's a sandbox mode, plus it lets me use my entire roster. I can use all my characters that are good and all my characters that are bad. I can use them all. Man, I've really been enjoying Marvel Strike Force. They've been doing some reworks on some legacy characters. They tend to do reworks about once every 3 months. They'll create a new team, so to speak. And one of the cool things on Strike Force is there's no leaders. There is no leader slot, and I wish Swugga would try to do that, try to get rid of it as well. I mean, you can't. Their game is too entrenched into leaderships matter. But what they do is they put all the leadership qualities into people's uniques.
Yep.
And then they make it matter what order you put your characters in on the battlefield. Again, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier with GAC. There's way more stuff in Strike Force that feels like a puzzle. And it's interesting, and it's engaging.
Yeah,
and
like putting together your Kree
so much better.
Your Kree and Defenders teams, and what is it? The Fury team, Shield minions. Like,
yeah,
where you place your characters actually matters, because, like, this one, like, good example, Shield minion. I think it's Shield Trooper. Counterattacks when
when you punch someone adjacent, like next to him. Whenever you punch someone who stands next to Shield Trooper, he punches you back. So I've been very excited about that going forward. I like how they reward the player base. Like I
Yeah.
said, they have the milestones, which basically when I do my dailies, they give me free crap. Like I don't mean free crap that they give you in daily. I mean like they give you character shards of like good characters. They have milestone orbs where basically they have the equivalent of chromiums that they give you basically for free. Like you know how like for anybody watching this back in Swugga you have to buy the character pack whenever an event comes out. Like they'll have the Night Sister faction pack. In Marvel Strike Force they just give you orbs which are Night Sister faction pack. Right? They just give them to you for completing milestones. You can buy them, but they give you stuff, and I'm just such a huge fan of
Hella's
being.
coming soon.
Yes, I assume she's a Blitz release because
I'm gonna assume so
they're
as
releasing
well.
they're releasing Elsa in a campaign.
That
And I know not a
excites
lot of
me.
you give a shit about Marvel Strike Force, but right now it's Marvel Strike Force keeps me playing Swugga, and by that I mean
Hey, I got
Marvel
two
Strike Force taking over as my main game as of now allows me to only put effort in on dailies on Swugga, and if my guild's listening, I do.
Liar.
Right, like allegedly. But yeah, I really it allows me to take some of the pressure from Swugga off.
Really?
So I've really been enjoying that.
Right. I will
And
be right back. I gotta
what-
take the big chariot to the bed.
All right, dude. I'll kind of circle back to Swugga a little bit since I think most of you care mostly about that. But one of the things that bothers me, I shouldn't say bothers me. One of the things that frustrates me about Swugga is the lack of things to do on a daily basis, and that does include TB because TB is not an actual thing to do on a daily basis. It's a chore. The events that they put in the game, you put them on auto. It's basically every event in this game is a chore. Relics made all of the PvE content, all of the assault battles, all the raids inconsequential. I put my Relic Rebels in on the tank and hit auto, and they solo it. Right? We're seeing one of my shardmates solo the tank raid with Darth Revan. You can just like Relic whatever team you want and hit auto in the tank. If you're going to trivialize every piece of PvE content, for fuck's sake, give us either a sim button or equalize the rewards. I shouldn't be getting, 30 million and not top 10ing in the Sith raid. That's just not reasonable. You make me want to go to a smaller guild. Like, there's this tension because if I can't top 10 the Sith raid in the guild I'm in, I'm incentivized to go to a guild where I can. Except they're not getting good stars in GOTB, which is tearing apart like the people like me who don't want to be pay to play. Right? I don't want to be pay to play. So if I don't want to be pay to play or be a whale or a dolphin, I have to find a guild that gets like 28 or whatever plus stars in TB, but still allows me to top 10 a Sith raid. It's just very frustrating. From like I want to be good at this game, predicament. Because I love Star Wars. I love the Star Wars IP more than any other game I've ever played. So why do I like other games more? And it all boils down to, again, they give me stuff to do. I don't know if Lady Pool's even still here. But we can talk about Dragon Champions a little bit. And I've been enjoying the game. It's basically a direct Swugga clone, except it costs you $3 for a character instead of $50. So one of the cool things they do.
Yeah, I love that, by the way.
Yeah, when you unlock a character, they offer you the next star for X amount of dollars. It's usually like $2 or $3.
Yes, $2.
Well, it depends on the star level.
True.
The fourth star costs like $4. But the game is very. It's run by an independent studio, so there's no EA pushing finances down their throat. I have no doubt in my mind that they will monetize this game going forward. And
Oh yeah, they
I have
definitely will monetize.
Yeah, like the orc, they have like their first legendary coming to the game. The game's been out a month. You're gonna need orcs for it. I've been having a lot of fun with orcs. They're kind of indestructible, but they're all kind of noodly. It's very Phoenix-esque.
Mm-hmm. It's very like kind of like WoW and very WoW and D&D or what's the word I'm looking for, Dagger?
It's basically just a generic version of WoW and D&D.
Okay, thank you. That works. I like it. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I've been taking my dear sweet time with doing all the leveling up and everything. But that's because I am literally taking my time and like enjoying them. I have 3. Stop doing that. That is gross, Callie. I have 3 of their little tiers or storylines open right now, and I'm like taking my time with each one of them and reading each little storyline that starts off before each battle and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. I like that they do it that way. I also like that it's on an arm and a leg, and the creators, they are very hands-on with the game. Like I've already had to interact with them and report a couple of people, and they were very supportive, and like they even responded back saying, hey, we saw the issue has been resolved, this person has been banned because of such reasons. And I'm like, wow, you guys are like seriously on top of this, and you don't take like a week to get back on to somebody about something. It was literally the same day, like 2 hours, and it was done.
Yeah. I've been enjoying playing with friends, and that's really what this boils down to. Speaking of which, where were you earlier, Blue Guy? When my internet decided to not want to work.
Oh. I had family things to do.
That's not a real excuse.
We all know Soga's life.
I thought we were family. I thought that was the entire point.
Yeah, exactly.
Your second family.
Oh, well,
He's like, you're the second rate. You don't get the main one.
That's a bummer. So, do you have any? I don't know if you've been listening to the show, but do you have any thoughts?
On what specifically?
Figures. Typical.
Oh, so you mentioned about talking about my pandas. Yeah. I actually don't like the pandas that much. Oddly enough, because okay, so backstory. Everybody who knows me outside of the interwebs knows that I'm obsessed with pandas. Like I even have a panda miniature travel pillow thing.
With pandas.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody knows I'm obsessed with pandas. I freaking love pandas. But the pandas in the game are squishy as hell. At least in my opinion, they are. They are insanely squishy.
Well, you need patriarchy.
Quit body shaming fake characters.
Wow! Wow! You guys are on fire!
Oh my god!
He's
Poor guy with the animal rights. With the animal rights activism over here. Don't worry, PETA.
Damn.
Don't worry, PETA. He only eats pork chops.
Well, honestly, the 2 pandas I have right now, I have a red panda who does archery, and then giant
Hey,
fowl.
red pandas can do pull-ups.
I can do pull-ups.
Anywho, and then of course we have the
pulling up out of the recliner
giant panda of Master Duo.
Yeah, Master Duo is cool. I also unlocked I think it's Shin Lee. He's pretty good. But their leader is their leader is Patriarch Key, and he gives them all extra max health and like does some stuff with
I've honestly thought about buying the shards for him. Listen to me fucking calling them shards. But I've honestly thought about buying the shards for that dude because he looks freaking awesome. Especially with that long ass beard. Awesome. Anyway.
Yeah. How are you doing in Dragon Champions, Fruit Guy?
I'm loading that right now. I think I'm at like level 38 or 39, something like that.
I'm at level 22 now. Like I said, been taking my time with it.
I'm at level 44.
Of course you are.
Money goes a long
course,
way
he-
in this game, okay?
He checks
I know
a
it
game
does.
out for 2 days and then tells everybody about it.
Right?
I had a 4-day head start on you guys, too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
Like,
it's
I've
like-
already-
I'm level 37.
Okay.
I have legitimately only spent like I think $2 in this game at all, and that was to unlock Freezard. I think it was Freezard,
Yeah.
and
what
that's
I did.
all I've spent. That was all. That's all I've spent, and I'm enjoying it with just that. Like, yeah, they have a couple packs that are coming out and stuff that I'm like, ooh, can I get this for $2? I want to get this. But
Yeah.
it's not a necessity. I can still continue on without spending that money, and that's what I love about this. It's not,
I bought their like $20 level 40 pack. That was a really good pack. It had like I don't know, it had like 1 million credits, a bunch
Oh
of
yeah, I've
a
seen
bunch
that
of
pack.
greens,
That's a nice
a bunch
pack.
of greens, a bunch of greens, blues, and purples.
Yeah, like
yeah,
right now, what they have is that special offer ability scroll pack. And it's got the 40 blues, 40 greens, and 200,000 gold. All for $5.50.
I think a lot of those are timed.
This one is.
They
This
are.
one has 23 minutes left on it.
Well, what I mean is like you unlock them at certain points during the game. So I think I unlocked
Mhm.
that one, but it was a long time ago.
Probably.
I mean, and the other thing is too is I don't go into a game expecting to spend a bunch of money on a game. I really don't. But if there's something that like catches my eye, or something sounds good for the money, and me and DPK have talked about this before. I have recently kind of, I don't want to say embraced being a whale, because I never felt like a whale before. No, I never felt like a whale because I never straight up bought a character. I never whaled out on a marquee character. I never whaled out for a legendary event. I always felt like whenever I bought crystals, I used them for refreshes, not buying gear. I would always buy I bought the GBA pack, right? I'd buy things that were just inherently good values. It came with half a GBA, plus a full Chirotech and some other crap. So I've always found myself I bought value, and I mean once you add it all up, I guess you can classify me as a whale. But I've started to embrace that recently, as opposed to I'm not a whale. I only spend X or Y on this game, and it's just I just try and spend smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be a smart dolphin than a lazy kraken.
Yeah.
Right? Because the lazy kraken is going to buy literally everything, and I'd rather do targeted spending. Like if I want something, or if I want to meet a certain goal, I will try and meet that goal. If I wanted to try and gear something in time for GAC, I would try and meet that goal. And I like to target stuff like that. And if I can financially help expedite that slightly, I will. And I feel like in Strike Force and in Dragon Champions, I don't even have to in Strike Force you have to sift through the bad deals. But the good deals are really good and the bad deals are really bad, so it's not too difficult. In Swugga, you actually have to break them down and figure out, the Carbonte costs $10. So in this pack, the Carbonte costs $6. Do I still think a Carbonte is worth $6? You know what I mean? You have to do more. The Swugga in-game economy is more messed up. Where in other games, their in-game economy is less messed up. Where I was going with that is in Dragon Champions, the in-game economy is very straightforward. It's very similar to Swugga in that aspect, where it's everything costs X amount, but you can't really buy gear, right? Gear is not part of their in-game economy, which I like. I mean, I assume eventually they will introduce gear into the in-game economy, but their gear system seems a lot like Marvel Strike Force, where you need certain gear for certain factions.
Well, they don't.
And Swugga's sort of that way, but they have a few universal pieces, like Carbonti. Whereas Marvel Strike Force has exactly like one universal piece. It's called an advanced basic. They're called catalyst. There's the basic catalyst, the advanced basic catalyst, and the superior catalyst. The superior advanced catalyst. Those are the only pieces that are like the crunch, and like one of them's the blue gear, one of them is the purple gear, one of them is the yellow gear, right? And I am not high enough level to know how that works on this game yet, but it doesn't appear that it doesn't appear that there's any like signature crunch gear in this game. And I really appreciate that. What?
Sorry. I'm playing the game right now, and I'm in one of the battles, and one of the characters on here, you know how in a lot of video games, especially RPGs like this, where the female's armor is like null and void, basically? That's what I'm going against in here. Two of these nymph-looking things have like next to nothing on, basically, and I'm like, how are they so powerful with so little? And it made me giggle. So, just ignore me.
I mean, okay, so I'm not sure which one of these you said, but they're both correct. Did you say plot armor or thought armor?
Plot.
Sorry, because they're both correct.
Yes, both are very accurate.
You're not wrong.
And if they're both female characters, there's other weapons that they have in use.
True story.
Very true.
Like pepper
Very
spray.
true. Like boob.
And threatening to take your kids away if you hit them again.
Hey, we're not talking about your divorce.
No, I didn't. I wasn't referring to that. I was trying to refer to your situation. But
Oh, I must have missed that part.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I've been
Sometimes
enjoying
even
it.
Superman can't fly high enough to catch all the jokes.
I mean, that bar is particularly low.
I don't know
when it
what
comes
you're
to Kyle.
talking. I don't know what you're talking about. I am like
That
Drax. Nothing flies over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
And now I want to watch Galaxy. My brain
Quick
just
aside,
died.
can we just talk about how much of an absolute national treasure Chris Pratt is?
Oh my god, yes. He really is.
I lost
he
it
really
in the
is.
theaters. I lost it in the theaters when he said, "Stop calling me a raccoon." He's like, "All right, you're a trash panda." That's so much worse. And I just
love
geeked. I just geeked out, man. It was so good. Just look, I'm Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh god, I loved him. I love Chris Pratt.
And Zoe Saldana's a smoke show.
Oh god. Woo. Anyway.
Oh, and Karen Gillan too.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Well,
Never thought I'd
I'm
be
just
attracted
gonna-
to a robotic woman, but damn.
I'm not gonna lie to
Right.
you. They were the reasons I worked on Nebula and Gamora when I first logged into Marvel Strike. Like, they're hot in real life. They have to be good. You can't make the
Nebula-
hot chicks suck.
Nebula, not so much, but
Gamora's good. Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
Oh, so I
Amy
think these are
Pond.
supposed to be succubi.
Amy Pond was the best Doctor Who companion ever.
who?
Here's where I enrage the nerd community. I've never
Oh,
watched
God.
Doctor Who.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of it.
I've never
Kyle
watched
hasn't
Doctor
either.
Who.
Kyle has not either.
Actually,
I've always kind of meant to do it, but never.
And see,
I've always
that's
meant to
why
like
I'm
watch
better.
it. Well, that's not fucking. My e-peen is definitely bigger than yours. Can't talk about real life.
Wow. Okay. So,
That's only because you use magic.
I play Magic, yes. I don't use it.
Oh, if that's what you
What?
want to call that pastime, that's okay.
Okay. You guys just totally made me fuck up during this battle, and now I've lost 2 characters. Thank you so much.
I'd like to go on record and say that you're welcome. At least we're not, but Fruga, at least we can agree that we're not like DPK, where it's like the scene out of Austin Powers, where it's like, that penis pump isn't mine, and then you pick up the book of Kyle's picture, my life with a penis pump. Right? Like, at least I'm not that. See, Lady Pool's just like, wow, they found out his secret. She's not even like upset that we're doing it.
I'm just no. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just no. Just
Not even defending him. God, is it Wednesday already?
No.
I guess
Not
it's
quite.
Wednesday on a Monday.
How have you been enjoying the games other than Swugga, Frugai?
Very much. I like Dragon Champions. Quite a lot. It's just different. I mean, there's. I never played WoW, so.
I only have one complaint about the game.
What's your
And what is that?
The freaking chat.
Global
When
chat
it's still the
is
world chat, you can't
ridiculous.
turn it off or anything. That crap is so annoying. And I spent so much time getting distracted because everybody was talking. Did you come here from Swugga because Mobile Gamer or the dev or somebody else? And then they bitch and moan about Mobile Gamer, about all this other stuff. And I'm just like, dudes, shut up and just play the game.
I don't know why you care. Like, I don't know why
I
you
don't
care.
really. It just got annoying.
But you care enough to like interact with them.
I'm like, blah, blah. What are you doing?
I love you.
I love you too. Go lay down.
Let me ask you this, Lady Pool. Have you ever played a game with a global chat before? Because I'm pretty sure you should just ignore it every single time there's a global chat available.
Yeah, no, I haven't. So
Yeah, that might be part of it. Like you felt
Yeah.
the need to engage with all the idiots.
I did
and
not
you just don't.
actually. I did not actually engage with them. I just sat there staring at the screen like y'all are fucking stupid. And the only time I did like actually interact with them is when that one dude was being a real asshole, and that's why he's banned now. But when people were looking for guilds and stuff, I would like pay attention to see like who was out there to offer up guilds, because there's a lot of people in there that I know from Discord, and I'm like, okay, so that's there and that's there, and I would say hi to those people that I knew from Discord, but other than that, I didn't talk in the freaking global chat because they annoyed me and were annoying.
Welcome to a global chat.
All right, and suddenly my child comes out of nowhere with Luna Lovegood's wand from Harry Potter.
Ignore those people and communicate on Discord, like pretty much every mobile game. But yeah, what were you saying about Dragon Champions, Frugai?
I just enjoy it. I mean, I never played WoW. I played Warcraft, the non-online version, years and years ago.
He played the good kinds.
Yeah. And there's been some other games that I've played that are similar. You know, of course, those kind of races of characters kind of are the default sort of things you see in fantasy genre of stuff. So I've read a lot of those books and whatnot and played those kind of games for a long time. So it's not the types are not new to me. It's just neat to have a game like that to play this on the phone.
To me, it kind of feels like D&D. Not like you're playing D&D. Feel like all the kits kind of feel like the characters that you build in D&D. Your orc, shaman, healer. Oh, you have all these like multi-classes where it's just like, yeah, I know somebody who played that character in D&D.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it. So I know there's probably a lot of people who play D&D who to recognize the different classes. Like, yeah, I've played that character right there before.
The Monk Panda's a pretty neat one.
Me.
Hey, apropos.
What'd you say?
Surprise! The Monk Panda is an interesting character, and then because I ignored him at first in favor of the blind one, but him carrying all that bread or whatever it is he's got wrapped around him, and then he goes in there and he does like a triple hit. It's like, oh, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with their base stats. Like, none of the base stats on these characters like look. Not like Swugga where like there's large deviations. You have to like go into the kits and look at percentages. I feel like the percentages matter so much more.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how it scales up compared to Swugga and all the other games we've played over the years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm sure they're going to monetize it soon in a way, but it's an independent studio, so I have hope that they will keep the costs down. I mean, I would like to believe that if these price points mean anything, that, you know, when this Legendary comes out, there might be like a $15 pack that gives you like whatever you need to basically get it. Hopefully the new Legendary, relatively accessible. I've been trying to climb up an arena to get more of the stupid orc that can only be bought in the arena store, but he only shows up like a third of the time, and I'm not going to pay like essentially money to refresh that store to get him. So I'm probably going to miss the event almost specifically because of him.
Welcome to Law Gray.
Yeah. No, like that's like legitimately how it feels. And like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that based on the packs currently, I feel like the pack is going to be relatively affordable to get that Legendary. That's what I was trying to say.
No, I know.
And I'm kind of excited for that. I'm excited to like have a Legendary, you know, or have a new character not cost $700 and then suck because it's only 5 stars. Did that hit a little close to home for some of you guys listening? I hope so.
They did so well copying Swugga, MSF, and other games just like it. Hopefully that means they can do well learning the mistakes those other games made. And by being a brand new IP, that means that they don't have to charge stupid amounts of money. They could very easily suck us all in for the first year with very, very, very gradual increases. And by the end of the first year, you're going to have a player base so huge that if they start monetizing it a little bit more, they're going to make a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of the reason I'm excited, is because like this feels like a player base that you can grow, and you don't have to care about the characters. So it's like the game, and I know that like a lot of people talk about like the collection aspect, and they're like, oh, it's like Pokemon where you want to catch them all, and et cetera, et cetera. But like, I love games like this because it's ultimately a collection game, and I promised myself I would never start a game a year and a half in or 2 years in like I did with Swugga. I always said I would try out every single turn-based RPG that came out, because I originally played like Pokemon and Golden Sun. I was hooked from a young age on like turn-based RPG. So when these new games come out, like Dragon Champions, I always try it. And I always give it a couple of days to see if I'm motivated to log back in, which, like Fruit Guy said, I always have a couple days head start on you guys, and that's kind of why. Is because I don't want to recommend a game and then have you like it and be like, nope, fuck it, I'm done. And I want to be motivated to log in a few days at the beginning, because the beginning is where it's the hardest. If you look at every game, once you get into like the mid game, it gets pretty easy.
We don't want another disappointment like Raid. Shadow Legends.
Where Raid was great for like a month, but then once you get to the mid game, it gets so much worse. It was so much fun at the beginning, and I told everybody about it immediately. We all jumped in, and then I felt the need to keep playing after everybody else was playing. Anyways, it was just kind of a shit show. And I want to get in on the ground floor of every game, because I don't want to be one of those players who... I'm the kind of person who doesn't want to be behind, so I would spend money to catch up. I'd rather just play and have everything and like get punished for not farming something because I made the decision to not do it. Not because I'm being penalized for starting a year and a half late.
And why you got to compare this to Pokemon? You take your dirty Pokemon and you go away, you youngin'. I want my hockey cards.
Contrary to popular belief on Pokemon, I'll just kind of set the record straight. Pokemon had IVs, EVs, and breeding. It had natures after starting in Generation 3, and it had IVs in Generation 1 and 2, and you could EV in both of them. The game,
Pokemon, Dagger knows a lot about.
Pokemon was never about collection. Collection was the thing you did if you sucked at the game. Same thing with Swugga. If you aren't good at Swugga... Yeah. What I'm saying is it was a PvP-based game. You wanted to beat the Elite Four. You wanted to beat friends in an arena. You wanted to play ranked. Right? There were competitive... Huh?
Your description, all I heard was wah, 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 Pokemon, wah, 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 wah. But yes, Pokemon has a lot.
All right. No one's going to hear apropos.
Get wrecked.
Oh, he left too. I didn't kick him. I just muted him. All right. I unmuted you, apropos. I unmuted you.
Hey, you do a really good Peanuts voice, man, I gotta say.
No, I always loved Pokemon because of the competitive aspect of it. The tinkering you could do when you're breeding to like perfect your Pokemon so you can like IV it, EV, so you get the IVs.
Egg moves were super annoying.
Huh?
Trying to get the right egg moves was super annoying.
Yeah, that's how you get a Typhlosion that knows Thunderbolt and Surf.
Yes.
So for those of you who weren't aware, Cyndaquil is a field type, and it breeds with things like Marill. And in Generation 2, HMs overwrite onto other characters. So if your Marill knew Surf, and your Cyndaquil was a female, or your Typhlosion was a female, your Fire-type Pokemon would be born knowing Surf.
Same
and
thing
then you
with
find
Pikachu.
one with the right IV. Pikachu could learn Surf too that way. Yep. And like there was lots of cool things you could do. And I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. Like just tinkering, breaking the game sort of. Yeah, I it's the same thing, and that's what I loved about Pokemon, and I took that into like Swugga when I started. And so myself at a sorry, go ahead, apropos.
Oh, I was trying not to cut you off, but you just talk so much. If somebody had sold Pokemon to me as something other than you've got to catch them all with crazy Asian hairdo, whatever, I probably would have actually paid attention instead of I sold the things at Burger King with the golden Pokeballs. Or was that Dragon Ball? I don't care. They're all balls. Whatever. If somebody had tried to sell it to me as more than just a gimmicky thing, I might have paid attention to it based on what you're saying now, based on what I've played over my lifetime of Civilization and SimCity and what.
So basically what we learned from you just talking is that you liked playing with balls.
Well, I got 4 kids, so,
Well, isn't that the opposite of playing with balls? That's like playing with...
Well, Dagger likes tinkering with breeding, so...
I'm so glad multiple people were talking at the same time. But you don't play Strike Force, apropos. Why did you quit? I know we kind of talked about this, but why did you quit Strike Force?
Because Iron Man was coming out, and that game required more attention than WoW did back in the day. And it's like, well, okay, I can keep playing Swugga, or I can devote like all of my time to this game that appears to require more than I'm interested in giving it. Even though it looked better than Swugga, it had characters that are more currently in favor, or at least, depending on how you look at it. But it was missing the It was missing the group and the fun factor, and I just never got deep enough in it.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
I will say when it comes to Strike Force, that first year, 6 months to a year of the game, it was much more of a time hog than it is now, to me.
Yeah.
I log
Yeah,
on.
I'm not gonna
I do my dailies in about 10, 15 minutes, and I'm done for the day.
Yeah, and you do like your 2 war attacks and your 5 raid lanes. Yes. Right? Like, you knock it all out. And, like,
At a half,
the game has
half
gotten
hour at most.
Yeah, the game has gotten a lot better. Like I said, when the devs started communicating, they started, like, minimizing the amount of time you spent in the game. And, well, I shouldn't say minimizing, but reducing. To the point where I played Strike Force for almost a year in a top, like, 1 or 2%, top 2% alliance, where I basically just did dailies, and, like, that was enough. I logged in twice a day. I missed my 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock energy, got my noon, did my reset, and that was enough to stay in a top end guild because logging in twice a day is good enough now.
Yeah,
So
it checks out. Like, I've been getting better about getting my activity get up. It does not take long.
Yep.
Like, as you guys have been going off on a tangent about Dragon Force or Dragon Champions, sorry. I'm doing my dailies.
Yeah. I just love turn-based RPGs. Like I said, I had an affinity for them early. I wanted and the thing I like about the turn-based RPGs too is it allows for casual play. Because similar to Pokemon, and like if you all the way back, like it's exactly as complex as you want it to be. That's it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play a complex version of the game, you can be casual. You don't have to do arena. You don't have to do GA. You can just farm the characters you like. If you're not competitive, you probably won't be in a great guild, but you might be in a good guild. There's plenty of space for every kind of player in these style of games. And that's ultimately what draws me to them, I think, is because that brings, I don't want to say the best out of us, but it tends to bring genuine people, because some people don't want to play competitively, and some people do. And you get to interact with the people who want to play both ways. And I really like that.
Yeah, that checks out.
Also, for reference, when Apropos says I talk too much, that's because when I stop talking for 10 seconds in a voice chat with 5 people, let's talk.
Well, we're just expecting a continuation is all.
Pretty much. That's why I don't talk. It's just give it 2 seconds and Dagger will start back up again.
Now, I'm looking forward to a game, Mech Warrior 5, that's supposed to be coming out in a month or so. I played that several years ago and played with a bunch of guys, was pretty competitive at it. Looking forward to getting back into playing that. Been playing the Mech Warrior Online some lately when I have the time.
You tried streaming that the other night. How'd that go?
It was okay. The thing with Mech Warrior Online is it's an extremely monetized game, like on a tier above Swugga. Well, I take it back. It's probably on par with Swugga. Like to truly get the mechs that you want to use, you have to buy them from their store. But in order to get them, you have to play the game and earn their in-game currency called C-bills, but basically like credits. But the other thing is there's another type of currency that you have to purchase with money in order to use to purchase those mechs. Now they also sell like mech packs and stuff like that. Some of them at a pretty steep price. Like there was one I saw the other day, just looking around, and it was $240. I mean, you probably got 20 or 30 mechs in it, and a few variants per mech, so it kind of works out. But still, I mean, that's only probably 5% of what's available in the game, if that. And I mean, that's $240. And they've been doing this since 2012 or 14, something like that. 2013, that's when they started. And that kind of, apparently they've done well enough that they're still going, although there's rumors that within the next year or two that the MechWarrior online portion of the game is going to be going away, but I don't really know. I hadn't really dug into any of that. But the MechWarrior 5 is just a standalone game that should have an online component to it, kind of like what I used to play in MechWarrior 3 and MechWarrior 4. So I've been playing that. The game that kind of got me started into it was called Star Siege. And it is basically the same type thing. You're fighting in a big armored robot with weapons and stuff. That was a different sort of IP. And the bigger or the more widely known IP of that sort of the Star Siege universe was Tribes. Tribes was kind of like Unreal Tournament or Quake, that sort of first-person shooter on a map. Big multiplayer games. And what actually happened was Star Siege and Tribes came out within like 2 months of each other. But according to the in-universe timeline, Tribes, all that setting takes place like 1,000 or a couple thousand years after what happens in Star Siege. So it's gone from big mechs down to like individual characters with powered armor.
Can I interject for a second?
Sure.
I'm getting off here. Good night, guys.
See ya. But that's what really got me into online gaming was the Star Siege and somewhat Tribes universe. And I played a little bit of other stuff like Unreal Tournament and some Quake online and whatnot.
I remember playing Unreal Tournament when I want to say in high school. It was either in high school or college. I don't recall. I know it was with Avery because I really only played a couple of different friends. Yeah, I never really got into those style of games, but I definitely enjoy like the idea of playing computer games. Just I don't really have the time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those kind of games require like almost infinite amounts of time put into them, don't they?
Not really. I mean, that's the thing is it's not a or the versions that I played, it wasn't a collection game. Like everything was available, and you could like with MechWarrior, you can basically change out whatever weapons and armor and that kind of stuff so you kind of almost have infinite variations of any single mech that you're using. Now, like with tribes and sort of the first person shooter types, of course, you're limited by how many guns they actually have in the and classes of characters. But with the mech games, I mean, however many mechs were in the game, and Mech Warrior, I'm not sure exactly how it started out, but I think it started out as a tabletop game, and then it got into a big series of novels and stuff. So there's been, that universe has kind of really expanded upon over the years, and what they can make a game out of.
Get off Facebook, Kyle.
Not on Facebook.
You tagged me.
I did. I thought you would get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're all good. Hope it was at least funny as the guy that wanted impressive amounts of TV stars.
So he posted, Kyle tagged me in a post about there's a license plate that's like GRB PCKERS, and there's the angry is it Cameron Diaz? It's like Green Bay Packers, and then the snooty cat's like grab Packers. I just kind of lost. I'm like, that's right. From now on, the Green Bay Packers are grabbing Packers. Oh, it's beautiful. Thanks, buddy. I needed that.
No problem. I saw that and I was
good.
like, I gotta show this to Dagger.
So what else? What else have you been?
I tag him in a bunch of memes too,
Yeah, you
especially
do.
NFL related.
Yeah, the Chuck Norris ones about the Jacksonville quarterback were great.
Yes, those were awesome.
What else have you been up to, Fruit Guy?
Not a whole lot. I actually got my first Gear 13 character on my main account in Swugga.
Nice.
Went with Chewbacca.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. Congratulations
Because
on that.
in 2027 I will have the Millennium Falcon.
That checks out.
Those other two bounty hunter ship shards are just dropping like unicorns.
Yeah. On the bright side, at least you won't have to farm these Xanadu blood twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think Kyle did too, but I definitely had to farm it twice.
And don't blow up, but I'm still waiting on CG to fix the Malak event so I can get him.
Oh, we already did that. I already.
Yeah.
Kyle already snapped, and I didn't yell too much over that. I yelled more about them fixing the stupid.
Yeah,
audio
no.
bug instead of like an actual
we
problem.
we both actually kind of went off on the whole. Yeah, like as we were streaming, they gave the update bot in my shard chat gave me an update saying, "Oh, they fixed a bug." I'm like, and I clicked it, oh, they fixed a bug, and I'm like, it's a fucking audio bug. Why?
Yeah, I went off on them. Like there's a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah.
I was like, the TLDR is there's all these problems with the game, but you felt the need to post on the forums to let us know that you fixed an audio bug. There's all these real problems going on, but you felt the need to tell us that you fixed this one.
And
it almost feels like the developers of Dragon Champions actually know how to build their own computers and servers and stuff, so They know what to do. And CG has actually just gone to Walmart and bought the computers off the shelf. It's like, hey, it's a Core i3. That means they're 3 cores. It'll work great.
Oh yeah.
Except CG bought their computers 4 years ago when they started the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So there's probably the Celeron processors in there, which is why they can't test anything.
No, we went off on that. At this point, like, I said all I wanted to say, like, kind of praising Fox Next, and I don't even know who does Dragon Champions. I didn't pay attention. It's not like an actual studio. They're like an independent studio, so.
There's probably a couple of brothers and high school buddies.
Yeah, it's probably people who loved Swugga and then said, we can do that, but better. It says Quantum. When you log in, it says Quantum.
I wonder if they
Play
made
Quantum,
a leap.
App Quantum.
It's tea.
Oh.
I made a batch of tea. So I gave you
So I
this.
wonder if they made a leap as well.
Yeah.
Always refusing to sleep.
Shut up, I'm not that old.
I didn't say anything!
Well, I figured I'd head it off.
I wouldn't make fun of you being gray, especially on a podcast.
He would make fun of you being round, though.
Oh yeah, being round is fair game. But I can't talk too much shit because he'll sit on me. He'll squish me. He'll make me look like Greedo in Swugga.
Squish. Oh.
And we'll flip a coin to see how many times I get to punch him back. Eh? Eh? Eh?
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't.
And the thing is, that coin will never land.
Because it'll be a chocolate coin and Frugal will just eat all of them.
Exactly. And then you'll just get punched in the face. Another chocolate coin, bitch.
Oh. Yeah, shut up, Kyle. The kids are trying to sleep.
Making me laugh, assholes. Well, guys, we are approaching the 2-hour mark.
Oh.
Yeah, come on, Kyle.
Oh, shit. Well, I just want to say I appreciate everyone coming out. Sticking with us through the 2 hours.
Especially the tech problems we had, the problems we had early.
Yeah, with Dagger. It wasn't me this time. It was Dagger.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for coming out, guys. If you haven't already, give me a like, give me a subscribe on this video. So, if you really want to, hit the bell notification so you know when we go live for GAC and this stream, or our possible future.
We're gonna get the tribute thing done too. We need to find time to do it. We also have plans for other content.
Yes.
But nothing's set in stone because I'm lazy.
And I'm busy.
No one else is motivated. Yeah, well, that too. That too. I call it unmotivated. But
well, hey guys, random reappearance again. Thanks for having me on, even though I was like completely randomly in and out on you.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all right, dude.
At least I kept my kids off the stream.
Yeah, unlike somebody.
Fuck you.
Well, you know, the guy who happens to be streaming the stream, I guess it's hard to get too mad at him, or should we just, anyways?
Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night. Best of luck to you at the end of your GACs. Go for the gold, or the Kyber. Go for the Kyber. My bad, not the gold. Don't go for gold.